Hello, and welcome to another edition of Grading Your Korean Journals. And today I have a special guest with me, and that is...
안녕하세요. I'm Inae from like.a.korean. 한국어를 가르친 지는 한 10년 정도 되었고요. 한국어 교육 석사도 있고, 그리고 다른 나라에서 한국어를 가르치다가 최근에는 이제 인스타그램에서 한국어를 가르치고 있습니다. 반갑습니다.
Okay, so what are we doing here today? For one thing, we're in front of a giant statue of King Jeongjo. Who was King Jeongjo?
King Jeongjo is son of 사도세자.
And he helped develop a lot of Suwon,
네.
I know. Yeah, and he's just looking down on us and making sure that we're doing a good job. So we're going to be grading your journals and letting you know what things you did well, what things you can improve on, and everything in between. So let's see, we've got a lot of journals here. Pick a random number between 1 and 16.
5.
All right, this is number 5. And it was sent in by GostJester on Twitter.
오늘의 시험 위해 공부할 것 때문에 늦게 자서 늦게도 일어났다. 공부하기 전에 게임을 좀 했다. Wow. The vocabularies and he used the grammar. The grammar.
I guess it's a he. I don't know.
Oh yeah, his handwriting is like.
Are you saying it looks like manly handwriting?
Yeah.
It kind of looks like my handwriting, a little bit messy, I guess, but easily readable. I like that you put the date on top in Korean. 2022년 10월 24일. I like that you tried to use several different grammar forms in the same sentence. So you have 오늘의 시험
위해
공부할 것 때문에 늦게 자서
잘했나 보다.
늦게도 일어났다. So I see
늦게도
you're not just trying to use one form, you're trying to use a lot of different grammar forms. I'm going to guess this is someone who has been learning Korean for a few years, maybe at least a year or so, maybe a few years.
Even he used 여전히, like this vocabulary.
난 여전히 만족한다.
집에 오자.
That's like a fancier version of 오자마자, and it must end in the past tense, which you did. What can GostJester improve?
그 문법이랑 이런 걸 다 잘 쓰시기는 했는데 약간의 그 문법적인 실수 같은 게 있어요. 예를 들면 잘했나 본다. 시험을 잘 본 것 같다. 이렇게 하는 게 좀 더 자연스러울 것 같아요.
Also, same thing for the grammar. You might not want to say 시험에 잘하다, but maybe
시험을 잘 보다. 시험 위해 이것도 좀.
Yeah, typically if you're using 위하다, which is kind of like fancy a little bit.
네.
If you're removing the object marker, that's okay for conversations, but then when you're writing something with a fancy grammar form, then you want to make sure to match the sentence's mood to that.
문장이 전체적으로 되게 자연스러워서 좋은 것 같아요.
I also like, of course, you use the plain form, which is great. I mean, we could go into detail about every one of these for like an hour, but you got the idea. Great job. Let's go on to the next one. Pick another number between 1 and 16.
Okay, let's go 16.
All
wow.
right.
It's so cute. 너무 귀여워. 오늘 저는 운전 수업 있었어요. 일기에 처음 썼어요.
Okay, nice. If this is your first journal you've ever written, excellent.
진짜.
I can tell you put a lot of thought and effort into this.
I think the handwriting is good. 그리고 이 내용을 딱 이해하기가 쉬웠어요. 무슨 내용인지 한번 보고 바로 알 수 있고.
Although this is your first journal, you say, you're trying to use some difficult new words. 신경질적인. Like temperamental? I've never really used this word before. But I do like that you tried looking up new words and adding them. So let's talk about then a few things that you can improve.
재밌어요가 현재형으로 썼는데 과거에 본 영화니까 재밌었어요 라고 하면 더 좋았을 것 같아요.
I think that would be better. The other thing I noticed is actually close to that sentence, and it's right before. 나중에 친구와 함께 저는 영화 갔어요. Using 저는, for example, or 나는, or whoever it is that's doing something in your sentence, that will most often, almost all the time, come at the very beginning or right after the time in your sentence. So you would want to change the sentence to be 저는 친구와 함께, for example, put it at the very beginning. And then, although you had 영화 갔어요, you might want to say 영화관에 갔어요, or 영화 보러 갔어요, or just 영화 봤어요. There are many ways you can say that, but we understand you meant I went to the movies.
Yeah. And 하고 이거는 보통 외국 사람들이 하는 진짜 흔한 실수인데 하고를 명사와 명사 사이에 써야 하는데 그리고처럼 하고를 쓸 때가 있어서 그냥 그리고라고 말하면 더 좋을 것 같아요.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, overall, great job. Good job, Zeddy1444. Pick another number.
7.
7.
Okay.
This one's a shorter one.
토요일 10월 15에 저는 방탄소년단 온라인 콘서트를 볼 거예요.
Ah, nice. So how was the concert? Let me know in the comments. I didn't I didn't watch it.
온라인 콘서트 너무 재밌었겠는데요?
Okay, it says paragraph 4 in English. That tells me that you've written a lot more. That's good. Means you're doing lots of writing practice. So the second thing I noticed is that you underline stuff, and I think that's the stuff that you're trying to practice. Because look, all of it is in the future form.
네.
볼 거예요. 갈 거예요. 볼 거예요. 할 거예요.
네.
So maybe this was a homework assignment.
Maybe.
Turn in your homework to your teacher and turn it into Billy. 일석이조.
시간도 되게 잘 썼어요. 월요일에, 일요일 오후에 7시 30분에 이렇게
Right.
일요일 오후에
Yes.
집에서 쉴 거예요. 이런 식으로 잘 쓴 것 같아요. 네.
Though there is one part with that I would correct. You would want to typically put the largest unit at the beginning. So you would put the month first and then the day and then 토요일. And then there are a few things that, I think there are a few things that we would improve. And one of them I noticed was 식당에서. So if you have 식당에 점심을 먹을 거예요. So in this case, you would actually want to use 식당에서. And then for here, later after that, you have 오후에
집에
갈 거예요.
갈 거예요.
I would just review the differences between A and 에서. Anything else?
아니요, 너무 잘했어요. 잘한 것 같아요. 콘서트 어땠는지 궁금해요.
Okay, pick another number.
11.
11.
와. 너무 그냥 딱 봐도 잘 썼어요. 그냥 이거 읽어보기 전에도 이 사람은 한국어 잘하는 사람이구나 이렇게 느껴지는 것 같아요.
Even the 시옷, like the heksun and everything, it looks like correct. So what did they do well besides their nice handwriting?
일단 실수가 별로 없어서
How long do you think they've been studying Korean?
좀 많이 하신 것 같아요. 이게 문단도 딱 2개로 보기 좋게 나눠보시는 거 보니까 여기 보면 비록 이런 단어들은
That's an advanced form. I don't even use it.
토픽 시험을 준비해 보신 적이 있는 분인 것 같아요.
I also noticed that a lot of the sentences are long. Maybe something that is good for beginners to do is focus on really short sentences so that you can use new grammar forms and you can be more confident in what you're saying. But when you get bored of short sentences, you start writing longer sentences. And then when people make longer sentences, they make lots of mistakes. But no, this seems like you're comfortable writing longer sentences.
I like this sentence. 비록 한국어 공부를 시작한 지 2년 정도 되었지만 아직 배워야 할 게 많은 것 같고 말하기와 쓰기도 연습을 해야 한다. 이건
That just sounds like a Korean wrote it.
네.
That part. Can we find anything that you did wrong?
이
없어서 외롭한다. Or it could be 외로워한다. Maybe they're trying to write 외로워한다.
네, 외로워한다.
Okay, maybe that's just a typo. Let's see if we can find anything else.
여기.
언어와 경험을 대화한대. I think they were trying to say 대화하는데.
I think they're talking each other by phone or something.
There are a few things you could do. You could say 에 대해. You would want to say about if you're talking about something. Just like we do in English, you have to add the word about. So maybe 에 대해 대화하는데. So, and then the conjugation for the 대 form with action verbs would always end in 는데. Okay, well, one small thing. 시간이 많이 없는 것에 때문에. So when you use 때문에 after any noun, it would simply attach directly. So you could
네.
say 많이 없는 것 때문에.
때문에.
You know, we're trying to nitpick here.
근데 진짜 기본적으로 더 잘 쓴 것 같아요.
All right, let's go to the next one. Pick another number between 1 and 16.
1번. 와, 글씨가 진짜 크네요.
Yeah. 일어나자마자 커피 만들었다. Okay, 방탄소년단. Once again, BTS is in everyone's lives. 음악 들으면서. Okay, we can talk about that in a second. I did notice one really nice thing that you also did is you didn't simply just write this and send it in to me. You wrote it and you read it back to yourself and you made a few corrections. I can see there's some whiteout here.
여기 문법을 잘 썼는데 마신 후에
Yeah.
이런 문법 좋고요.
Many people will write like 마시기 후에.
네,
is what I see because
맞아요.
like 하기 전에, so people will write 하기 후에
맞아요.
a lot, but you conjugated that one correctly.
네, 맞아요. 그리고 걸을 때 많은 생각이 걸을 때.
Yeah. That's another one because the verb is 걷다 for to walk, so people will write 걷을 때.
네.
So you did that correct conjugation. So how can armydoodles improve?
거의 오류가 별로 없어요.
It makes sense. It all makes sense, which is great. If we have to nitpick, we can find a few things.
이거?
음악을 들으면서
들으면서.
right?
아, 그리고 좀 띄어쓰기를 조금만 더 분명하게 해주면 읽기가 더 편할 것 같아요.
It's possible they don't know 띄어쓰기 rules. 근데 한국인들도 잘 모르잖아요.
근데 몰라도 되는데 이렇게
네.
살짝 조금만 간격이 좀만 더 있으면 보기가 예쁠 것 같아요.
I think so, yeah. Let me see if there's anything else. What about 커피를 만들다? Do you say 커피 만들다?
타다 아니면 내리다?
내리다? Okay.
네.
Typically though, you might say like brew coffee. So like 타다 is a word for like to make tea or coffee. 만들다 makes perfect sense. No one is going to correct you on that except for
네.
me. I will correct you on that. Yeah, other than that though, awesome. Please keep doing more of these. Let's go on to the next one. Another number, 1 to 16.
The one on the top.
You want the top again? You're just gonna keep picking the top ones? That is number 2, and it's by Brenda
ADA.
ADA2. What is ADA2? Is there an other one and it was taken? So you had to do ADA 2? All right, Brenda, good job. Sorry, that was a dumb joke. So what do you like besides the colors?
일단은 많이 쓰신 거. 오, 수준이 진짜 높으신 것 같은데요?
지난주에 우리나라에는 Dia de los Muertos도 할로윈을 기념했다. You did this correctly, but 우리나라, there is an 우리나라 that's one word, and then there's 우리나라 that's two words. And 우리나라 that's one word is Korea, 우리나라. And 우리나라 that's two words literally is just our country. So you can say 우리나라 as two words when you're living in other places, but if you put it together, that means Korea. It's one of those things where it sounds the exact same, but how you space it can change the meaning. Overall, the conjugation though looks really good.
네.
Like 한다, 이다, 남긴다, and also your verb conjugation looks good. I did see one typo. You have 날에 많은 사람들은 묘지에 가고 들어가신 사람에게, I think it would be 돌아가신.
아, 네, 돌아가신.
So, 들어가다 would be to enter, to go in somewhere, and then 돌아가시다 would be to literally return, but that would be to pass away. 빠스쿠, I don't know what that is. 겜빠스쿠, 슈칠. 이란 꽃. Okay, there's like a flower.
아.
다음 달에 그 휴가들에 대해 쓸 수 있다. Okay.
쓸 수 있을 것이다.
Not that just I can write about that next time, but I will be able to write about that next time since it's talking about the future. There's one where they talk about 시내. Here we go. 시내의 큰 퍼레이드를 볼 수 있고 maybe 시내에서. Okay. I feel like that's a really common one is using 에 and 에서. Great job. I'm sure there's something, we could look over it, but overall if we're not able to find it really quickly, it means you did a great job.
네.
So yeah, awesome again. Brenda 88 Let's do one more. Oh, there's like a bug. It's like a beetle.
뭐지?
Hold on, I'm gonna film it so I can show you all the cool bug. Look at that.
이거 뭐지?
I don't know. Just crawling around. Go. What am I doing? Pick another number. Don't pick the one on top.
12.
12? Okay. And this is Letstrytobekind on Twitter. Oh, that's a really good username. You got a good one there. All right. I like you have the date there with the full date, the year, month, and the day, and the day of the week. 나는 지난주에 호기심에서 세종 시험을. You're maybe a little bored and you're like, oh, I think I'll just take an official test. Lots of fancy words here. 새로 학습 계획을 짜고 했다. Okay. 드디어 해야 하고 했다.
해야 하고 했다.
All right, yeah, a lot of advanced vocabulary in there. I can tell you've been studying Korean as well for at least a few years.
네.
What else do you think they did well?
좋은 단어를 많이 쓰신 거, 그리고 문법에서 틀린 게 많지 않은 거, 그리고 이거 끝에 그 현재형으로 끝나는 걸 잘 마무리를 하신 거.
Okay, something I would want to say to improve the 지읒 획순.
네.
The little part that sticks out at the end, yours are going up. They're supposed to go down. And the reason that's important is because when you write them up, it actually makes it look like 거. It says 지난주, but it actually looks like 거난주.
Yes.
I can see though you might want to improve it on your 시옷 as well, but it doesn't cause an issue with that because it doesn't look like a 기역. Let's see what else. This is number 12. 네? 잠시만요.
아, 고맙습니다.
네, 한번 보세요.
드십시오.
네.
아우, 맛있다. 고마워요.
네. Okay, so yeah, where were we? I mean, that's really it.
문법이 잘 늘었지만에서 잘이 없어도 될 것 같아요. 그냥 어휘하고 문법이 둘 다 늘었지만 해야 하고 했다.
Okay, yeah, sure.
해야 했다.
Yeah, I had to. You don't need to add 고했다. But overall, great, and it all makes sense.
오.
A plus.
와, 수준이 굉장히 다 높으시네요.
아,
좀 비기너 거 하나 보고 싶은데.
Really? Okay, we can do one extra one. Let me find a beginner one then. Here we go. Okay, I did find one beginner one. This is Raven K23. The
네.
writing is nice. I like that you wrote on black. It reminds me of Death Note.
오,
나는 오늘 평소처럼 일하러 갔지만
정전이 되어서
어제
어제
발견한
발견한
만화를 읽으러 일찍 집에 갔다. Maybe they're not beginner.
그리고 재밌고도 멋진 이야기다.
There are a couple mistakes though that make me think maybe they're graduating out of the beginner level, but they're not completely out of it yet.
그리고 글씨를 잘 썼고요. 여기 보면 어제 발견한 만화.
Ah, yeah.
이런
That's
거.
not easy to do as a beginner.
네. 발견하다를 과거형으로 이렇게 한 거. 재밌고도 이런 거는 초급 학습자들이 잘 못하는 건데.
Right. One thing that stuck out to me first is using 있다. Now you have 있다 twice, but it should be
이다.
as well as this last sentence. 제 인생 생각하게 했다. 그리고 어떻게 후회 없이 산다 하다. So the 하다 there as well.
그리고 어떻게 후회 없이 사는지 내 인생을 생각하게 했다라고 하면 좋을 것 같아요.
All right. So that was 8. I'm gonna pick one more.
One more.
So let's do just one more. First of all, okay. So I like the paper.
식빵.
Yeah, it was clearly bought somewhere at a Korean store. What's something that sticks out to you? Anything? What's the first thing you notice?
너무 잘 쓰셨는데요? 완벽한 조합이다. 이런 말을 외국인이 하는 게 좀 신기한 정도로 공부를 많이 하셨나 봐요. 그죠?
I like that I like that the date is in the correct order.
네.
We have the 2022년 11월 3일. Decently long sentences. Good use of plain form. What else?
그 여기 그러고 나서라고 하셨는데 너무 한국인스러운 것 같아요. 보통 외국인들이 쓸 때 그리고 나서라고
그리고
쓰는데
나서. That's right. Let's see. What can this person improve? You're a native Korean, so please try to find something so we can at least help this person to get better.
저는 이게 그냥 한국인이 쓴 거라고 해도 믿을 것 같아요.
But it wasn't. This was. I know this was also written by a non-Korean. So we have to find something in here that we can correct.
저는 궁금한
Is
게
there anything that feels weird? Like maybe this part was written by a foreigner.
정말 좋은 하루였다. 이거는 약간 공부한 사람 느낌?
Okay. And what would you change that to? To say it was a really good day.
근데 저도 이렇게 쓸 것 같은데. 진짜 저 못 찾겠습니다.
저 사실 고백 있어요. 이거 제가 쓴 거예요. I didn't think you'd say it was perfect though. I was expecting for the video it would be fun if you could correct something. All right. Well, okay. Now people are watching are gonna think that I have perfect Korean. I don't. But I guess that's what happens when you spend like a whole hour
근데
writing and
진짜
then rewriting a short journal entry.
제가 아까 말했잖아요.
네.
그냥 한국인이 썼다고 해도 믿을 것 같다고 열심히 찾아보려고 했는데 없네요. 아쉽다. 찾고 싶었는데.
too bad.
아쉽다.
All right, so that was our video. Did you like this? Would you like to see more episodes grading your journals? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. And again, another special thanks to our guest today.
Inae. Thank you for having me today.
I'll put a link to her social media in the description below. If you're looking for tutoring, she also offers that. So check her out and let her know that Billy sent you. And we will see you again next time. 그럼 다음에
다음에
또
또
봐.
봐.